This is Kleban, and today we're drinking Maine beer, Mean Old Tom. So I was in Maine last week. I picked up a bottle of this specifically to review. Didn't realize it, but I have drank this beer before. I looked it up on Untapped. It was in 2015. I do not remember a thing about it. I also realized that I don't have my bottle opener where I can reach it, so let me grab that. So, again, I probably had it last time I was at Maine Beer, which was probably 5 or 6 years ago, or 7 years ago, as the case may be. Because I was going to talk a little bit about it's not even that new anymore, but the old tap room we used to visit was just really teeny tiny. So they expanded it, they raised it. It's just a really beautiful facility now. So if you're up in Maine, you get a chance to check it out. Go ahead and check it out. You'll really enjoy it. It was cold the day we were there. You couldn't sit outside. They got a little bit of food, and I think they had like 8 or 9 different Maine beers on tap at the time. 2 or 3 IPAs I haven't had before. They had dinner and lunch, which they almost always have on up there. So this is a stout aged on natural vanilla beans. 6.5% ABV, Centennial hops. For malt, we got Maris, Otter Pale, Chocolate, Caramel 40, Roasted Barley, Midnight Wheat, Caramel 80, and Flaked Oats. So let's go ahead and give it a crack and see what we got. Keep saying I'm going to get back on the review train, but so far, not so good. It's been since January, so. As always, if you like the reviews, please subscribe. We're always looking for new friends. Go ahead and hit that like button if you like the video, and go ahead and ask questions, because we like talking about beer. I mean, to me, one of the great things about beer is the congeniality and just hanging out and bullshitting. I mean, that's one of the reasons I love beer. Not the only reason, but it's one of the reasons I love beer. So, we've got Perfectly Black, Dark, Perfectly Dark Stout. Cannot see through it, as you shouldn't. We've got about 2 fingers of nice tan or even darkish khaki head. Fairly small bubbles. The head is holding up well. It's not overly ABV. The alcohol is not crazy for a stout. It's probably actually right in range where a regular stout should be. They just tend to, all the beer rollers tend to jack ABVs up over the last 10 or 15 years. So, let's do some aroma. Dark cherry, black coffee, a little hint of rum. Got a little bit of pepper. Oh, yeah, definitely. That was almost like coffee au lait on that one. There is an underlying tinge of vanilla. So, pretty much on what you'd expect. You know, we're getting a dark coffee, we're getting some dark fruits. Hint of vanilla because it is brewed with vanilla. Get a little bit, I didn't get a ton of milk chocolate. Sometimes you get more, sometimes you don't. But I think that coffee au lait that I referenced is kind of more on that end of it, the milky chocolatey thing. So right dead on aroma-wise. Cheers. Very good. I wouldn't say, I would say perfect, you know, I should say perfect, but really, yeah, dead on. So I get that dark fruit up front, dark cherry. I get a lot of black coffee at the back end, a little bit of burnt toast. The vanilla shows up way at the end, it's like on the tip of the tongue once you're all done digesting the other flavors. A little bit of stickiness in the mouth. I'm getting a little sticky on the lips. As far as mouthfeel, it's not it's not super thin, but it's also not that rich chocolatey or chocolate milky creaminess that you get on some other ones. It's kind of in the middle as far as mouthfeel goes. So, yeah, there's not a lot to say about it. I mean, there's a lot to say about it. It's an excellent beer. You should go out and try it. It's one of their mainstays. They always have it on. It's one of, I don't know if it's one of their original beers, but it's very close to one of their original beers. I mean, it used to be Peeper, Mean Old Tom, a couple of, what, I can't remember what their amber ale is now, but, you know, there was only like 3 or 4 you could get. This is like pre-lunch, pre-dinner era, pre-IPA taking everything over when you did a good pale ale. And my wife had the Peeper when we were there. Delicious. You can't beat Peeper either. So this beer, go out and try it. Let me know what you think of it. It's a really great beer. Definitely worth drinking. Definitely keeping it in the fridge. Keep it stocked. Until next time, keep drinking.